news today? Another wild story in a crazy way. Gossip nights and endless chats. We're taking turns with heartfelt laughs. Yeah, it's a world where secrets spill. Best friends ride on every thrill. From late night talks to morning cheers, we got each other year after year. Girl, did you hear that wild thing? We got stories that'll make you sing. From heartbreaks to dreams so clear. It's the podcast song for friends who cheer.
At middle school, they had like these stupid little like
The grams.
yes.
Yes.
Did you guys have those too?
Yes.
Dude.
Because
They
someone would show up,
They would bring it to the classroom.
like stand in front of everybody and be like, I have 18 grams for Becky Sue. And like, oh, Becky Sue. I have 1 gram for Jenny.
yeah. I definitely did.
showed favoritism.
Oh yeah. Everybody does that.
And I think maybe that's why they don't do it so much anymore. Because I remember.
And that's
there
why
were
there's
kids-
so many soft kids now.
There were kids that I wouldn't give Valentine's to. Hey guys, welcome to Girl Did You Hear? I'm Jessica,
And I'm Kristen.
and today's episode is awesome. It's all about love. Ooh.
Lovey love. Well, this is episode 26, by the way.
Have we made it to 26?
Yeah.
Hooray.
Woo-hoo.
We did it.
We're going to be at probably like, I don't even know. How many will we be at by the end of the year? That's too much math for me to do
I
right
don't
now.
do math.
I need my husband for that quick math. Too many numbers.
If we stay
there.
consistent, how many weeks in a year? Someone's going to do the math for us, I'm sure.
There's 52 weeks in a year. I know that.
Okay.
So
how many
52
episodes?
episodes
Yeah.
it would be. There we go. Yay, we did it. So stupid.
We just needed to talk out our problem.
Yay. Okay. Anyways.
What a great start.
That's lovely.
Speaking of love, Valentine's Day is around the corner.
Yes. It's not Valentine's Day to me.
No.
It's my anniversary.
Valentine's Day is tricky because there's
It
a
is.
lot. It's I feel bad for people who have their birthday on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I have a friend who has that, and I love her to pieces, and I feel
That I
I
feel
mean, because it's like, how do you go out and celebrate your birthday? You
Yeah.
don't. You pick it before or after. Like, you celebrate it on the weekend. You don't go out
Days
the
after.
day of.
No,
like, you
definitely
can't.
not.
You
no,
can't.
No.
And it's like everybody's busy because they're all off like their honeys and like, oh, just, like I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little jaded towards Valentine's Day because I just think it's just this huge consumerist holiday and it's all about
yeah.
like love and making sure you're not lonely and everybody else's like perception of love. Like I get it. I love love. Who doesn't love love?
Everyone
right?
loves love.
Everyone loves love. And I love to love people. So it's just, I hate the fact that they're like, today's the day. Today's the day you have to show it. Today's the day
Right.
where you get the flowers
That
and all
society,
the presents
yeah.
and where you show your love. Today is the day. You can't do that throughout the rest of the year.
Nope.
Today's got to be the day.
Yeah. I don't like that
I don't like that.
society has made that. Is Valentine's Day celebrated in other countries?
Good question.
That is a good question.
I'm not quite sure.
It is Trevor and I's 12th anniversary on Valentine's Day.
Oh, what are you guys going to do?
Well, we do not go out on that day for obvious reasons. But in the past, okay, so rewind. For anyone that does not know how Trevor and I got married, here's a quick little story. So a week before Valentine's Day, 12 years ago, Trevor proposed to me while we were working
I remember this.
at Subaru.
He called you.
He called me, and I walked outside to take the call, and he was on air
Yep.
on his radio
Yep.
show, and he proposed to me, and his Rob from at Cheers
Mm-hmm.
dared him to propose because he didn't think that I would say yes on air. He also didn't think that I would say yes within a week's time.
Dang.
And little did I know, it was the perfect setup for me.
Right.
Because I was never one of those little girls that like dreamed of like my wedding day or like had this like big vision of like getting married and like this big like show and
This big beautiful
celebration.
wedding.
Yeah,
and,
like
you didn't when you were a little girl, you didn't daydream about what your wedding would look like.
No.
No.
not at all.
Neither did I.
Not at all. Not even the slightest.
Nah, it was not a thought that
Um,
crossed my mind.
I was previously engaged before Trevor and I got together, And even at that point, like I was not like excited to plan a wedding, didn't want to plan a wedding, had no desire to even do that. Anyways, Trevor proposed within that week time. And I said yes, of course. And I was like, Jessica,
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
I'm getting married. And you're like, what?
Wait a minute.
You're like, hold on. But it was perfect for us because I did not want to plan a wedding for a year ahead. Like I didn't want to do any of that. It's just not me, you know? Like
Right.
it just wasn't.
No.
And so we like all of our friends came together and like I went and found a dress, I think at like Macy's or something. And like we just like threw it all together and it was perfect. And then every year, big part of this is so we got married with like 50 other people.
How are you going to leave out the mass wedding?
So it was a mass wedding. It was an old radio host here in Denver who
Uncle
goes by
Nasty.
the name of Uncle Nasty. Anybody in Denver knows who he is.
Shout out to that guy.
I actually know a couple people who got married like during one of those mass weddings as well.
Because KPPI would put this on
Every year
for a couple years
Yeah.
leading up to yours.
leading up to ours. And
Then they did a few or so after.
yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4 after because we would go back every year.
Oh, cute.
And kind of like renew our vows and like it was just like a fun little
How
like it just became like our
adorable.
little like tradition.
Right. Because
know?
it happens every year.
Yeah, and we're like, why not? You know? And so we would go and then they stopped doing it and we were so bummed. I was like, dang it.
I wonder why they stopped doing it. Did just people stop showing up?
I don't know. Well, I think Greg, Uncle Nasty, I think he got out of radio or does something else.
I
now.
see. His path diverted.
Yeah. So I don't know why they stopped doing the wedding stuff per se, but it was really cool.
Well, like
while
what
it
a cool
lasted.
little run of time.
And our friend filmed our like little ceremony. One of our friends was a videographer at the time, and it made the 9 News that night.
Oh, cute.
And it was really cool. I think we probably have like a clip of it somewhere.
Yeah.
Friends, family, lovers of love, welcome once again to the most beautiful place to express your love, Red Rocks Amphitheater. Each year on Valentine's Day, we gather here to confess our love, commit to our lovers, and create a love stain on the planet so big and bright it's visible from space. If you've made the Uncle Nasty Mass Wedding a yearly tradition, give me a Hail Nasty. If you've come to the Uncle Nasty Mass Wedding to renew your vows, give me a Hail Nasty. If you come here to the Uncle Nasty Mass Wedding to be married, give me a Hail Nasty. Marriage is the joining of two into one, a ritual that cements the bonds of love, a sort of permanent Vulcan mind meld that also includes the heart. It is a commitment between two like-minded beings that they will always be there for each other, no matter what. Marriage is straightforward, honest, and gender neutral, and your wedding ring symbolizes that commitment.
It was like just a cool thing. So that is our Valentine's Day in a nutshell. That's
Right.
how we used to celebrate. Now we're just like, happy anniversary, love ya. You know,
Feed me.
take me somewhere.
Yeah.
But we obviously don't go out the day of.
No.
We'll go like the before, after,
Yeah.
or like a couple days after,
yeah.
and just go out to dinner somewhere.
That's
you know,
cute though. That's
yeah.
really cute.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna do anything? What do you guys
We
celebrate?
typically don't.
What do you guys do?
It's just another Tuesday for us.
Yeah.
Realistically. I mean, it's the notion's there, but like it's not anything where we come home with anything grandiose. And
For the other
it
person.
hasn't been
yeah.
since we got together because we just kind of met up in the beginning and we're like, you know what, do you do this day? And I'm like, I don't really do this day, do you? And he's like, no, I don't do this day either. But internationally, a lot of people actually celebrate this day.
Really?
Yeah.
Like where?
United States, Australia, Canada, Korea.
Interesting.
And how, because I had to look it up, right? So how it is celebrated internationally is they celebrate by exchanging gifts, flowers, and cards. So pretty standard across the board. People prepare food. There's lots of candy involved. Activities are romantic dinners. So it's pretty much par for the course. It feels like it's being celebrated the same way
Throughout.
pretty unanimously.
Interesting.
Google says here that Brazil does it in June.
Whoa.
It's kind of their Valentine's Day.
All right.
They call
Go
it.
Brazil.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce that in Spanish because my Spanish isn't all that great. But that happens.
That happens. All right, good to know.
But yeah, no, it is actually an international holiday.
That's crazy. I would not have suspected that. I would have been like, no, it's definitely an American only holiday.
Right? Well, and I mean, and like as you scroll down, it says St. Valentine's Day is not a public holiday in any country. Although it's an official feast day, it's not like...
Interesting.
So we've just turned it into a consumerist holiday.
Where did it even originate from?
I don't know. I don't want to scroll down that far to find out.
All right. I'll look it up. I'll look it up later and I'll fact check us.
There
and
you
I'll,
go.
I'll put some little informations
But
in
like,
there.
I love to see like all the little the stuffies and
All
the
the cute little things.
hearts. Yeah, like that stuff is fun.
It's cute. Like Valentine's Day is cute, I think, when you're young.
Yeah.
Like when you're like a teenager.
Remember when we had to like do little Valentines in class and we
Yeah.
had to like get like something for everyone?
Yeah.
But now it's like, you can't have this, you can't have that because Timmy can't have nuts and we
Nope.
can't have milk and we can't have fancy sugars or red
No.
dyes or like that whole tradition that we used to have as kids is gone.
Dude, when Jaden was in middle school, elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
this was like so long ago. She's growing up. I was bummed that like you couldn't bring treats in for like birthdays.
Dang, because of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember asking and I was like can we bring treats in like for like cupcakes, whatever? And they're like, oh, we really don't do that, you know,
Because of allergies.
because of just many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Allergies, like it's just too many liabilities now.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
who knows? But I thought that was a bummer.
That
for
is a
sure,
bummer.
because that was like a really enjoyable moment in like they do sell like little class celebrations, but there's no like treats or like things like that,
Right.
which is silly to me.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Stop taking away stuff like that in schools. I enjoyed making my little Valentine's boxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
And
And
where
like
they like drop their little
Yeah. like out of old shoe boxes or whatever and like decorating
And you would like dig
them.
through it to see if your
Yeah,
crush
like-
gave you something.
Yes.
Yes.
Or like you like made sure like your crush knew like
Mhm.
what you gave and you gave like, always like extra candy for them.
Or like something different than
Yeah.
what you gave the rest of the
yeah,
class.
like a bigger thing of chocolate.
yeah.
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 I definitely did.
showed favoritism.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody does that.
And I think maybe that's why they don't do it so much anymore. Because I remember
And that's
there
why
were
there's
kids-
so many soft kids now.
there were kids that I wouldn't give Valentines to. I would be like, I don't. Brett doesn't get one of these. I don't want to give. Brett stinks. Like, sorry, Brett.
Sorry,
But, like,
Brett.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I was
Yeah.
I was a malicious little. Like, I didn't care.
I was too, but like I was on both sides of it.
right.
Like there were times where
People
like,
wouldn't give me
I
anything
didn't
'cause
get-
I was a meanie.
yeah. Or like I didn't get as many Valentines as like the other popular girls or whatever, right?
Right.
Or like in middle school, they at our middle school they had like these stupid little like
The grams.
yes.
Yes.
Did you guys have those too?
Yes.
Dude.
And when like somebody this
This-
is what stressed everybody out. Because
They
someone
would-
would show up,
They would bring it to the classroom.
like stand in front of everybody and be like, I have 18 grams for Becky Sue. And like, oh, Becky Sue. I have 1 gram for Jenny. And you're like, the fuck, Jenny?
Come on, Jenny, Jesus.
Get more popular. But you know what I'm saying? But like, it was such almost like a public roast.
Yeah, it
because
was
you
kind
would
of.
see the popularity scale.
Oh yeah,
And
and
you're
there were like there were some times where I didn't get like grams from people.
Yeah,
Like I would give like a gram maybe, or like some like my girlfriends and I would do it like to each other.
to each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
But it was never like 60 or some,
Or the,
you know,
like the
like
egregious amount that you see
yeah.
like the little popular girls get. Yeah,
yeah. And I'm like, bitches.
I know. Go spit in their hair.
That's why we are the way we are
So
because of
malicious.
you,
So evil,
Lindsay.
Sorry.
Lindsay and Sarah. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know anybody by those names. Maybe.
I mean, I'm sure I've met a person.
What do you think about springtime coming up?
I love it. I'm all for it. I am ready. I'm so ready.
Me too.
to
I'm
stop
done.
being cold.
I'm done with the winter, bro. I'm done with it.
And it's been a nice winter. Like, it hasn't been too bad. It's been our typical Colorado fare. Like, we've gotten maybe a little more snow than we have.
I don't think we got that much snow.
I mean, maybe it's just falling more frequently than my memories remember, but like it's just been par for the course.
Yeah,
and
it's normal Colorado winter.
it's dressing the dogs up in little jackets to take them out on walks, and the sun's setting at 2 p.m. and like I'm ready for longer days and warmer weather and being able to go outside and do stuff and
Yes.
you know, being able to just feel like I have time at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because it's like I get home and I have a little bit of chore to do, and then by the time that's done, it's dark outside.
Yeah, and you're like, shit. You gotta
Well,
cook
I guess I'm not
dinner.
doing anything now, right? I'm
No.
going straight to bed.
Yeah. It's dark bedtime.
Exactly. Shut
It
down.
sucks though. Like the winter depression is real for sure.
It is. And I mean, because it's like I know I kind of gonna get more like stuck in my moods, and it's hard to want to stay like physically active and healthy and like maintain myself.
Agreed.
Like I notice that I in a way let myself go
Yeah.
in the winter, and
I do.
like I let kind of like the work that you put in to kind of keep yourself mentally fit
Yeah.
and physically fit
Yeah.
kind of take a sidebar.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna get fat and grumpy. I don't care.
Come springtime, we'll get this booty back in shape.
Right. Oh, well, that's like a few weeks from now, right?
Oh.
It feels like it. No, probably not. We
No.
live in Colorado. We still have like 8 more months of winter to go. When does that little groundhog sucker pop up?
I don't know, but we can't plant flowers till after Mother's Day, which is in May. So we still have a long time before we can plant anything.
This, which is sad because I love
Sucks.
planting everything all the time.
know.
And I've been bitten by that rule.
I have too.
But like, here's the thing: you'll plant after Mother's Day or at Mother's Day whenever everybody else plants, and then it'll snow again. It'll ruin everything you just did.
Yeah.
Or you'll get a torrential downpour,
or a hailstorm.
or something will roll through and
yeah.
just blow up everything you just spent all that money on. So that's why I like to try and
stretch it.
as much seed inside the house as I possibly can, because it's cheap to start from seed.
That's smart.
Right? So I'm starting already. So if all my little seeds don't make it, I still have plan B, which is the potted stuff from Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever I want to make my garden from. And then hopefully I can save some money, because that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Well, and I mean that, and you get to enjoy
The
the bounty
satisfaction.
and the satisfaction of like planting something. But
yeah.
it is definitely that time. Like I always feel bad when I like pull all my little plants in for the winter, and I'm like, sorry guys, no more sun for you.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna
inside.
bulb, and hopefully I remember to water you.
And maybe you'll make it
Yeah.
to the outside
Yeah,
again
yeah.
next season.
If
It's
you
so
don't-
sad.
If you don't die in the meantime.
Our poor little plants.
I know. Well, it is what it is. You just plant more,
Yeah, you do.
essentially.
I despise the winter because we have dogs, and I've talked about this before, and our wood floors and our backyard and the muddy paw prints that are just everywhere.
It's endless.
Endless all the time.
It doesn't matter.
I'm over that.
That's fair.
I also like our backyard's a decent size.
Mhm.
And now that we have Vinny home, like she requires exercise. Like she's a working dog. She's got high drive. She's got a lot of energy. We got to get that out.
Right.
You know? And our backyard is great, but it's not great when it's muddy to like play fetch with. So then
Right.
I have to take her places.
And
You know,
that's hard.
And that's hard because people are stupid with their dogs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't like taking her around other dog places.
Right. It's like we almost need to rent sniff spots.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I've been burned and jaded, and I've learned my lesson. Like I support dog parks. I understand dog parks have their purpose.
Yeah. And
Like I
some
really
dogs
do. And there's a
are-
lot of good people out there who are making dog
Yes.
parks work. However, there's always that few that ruin it for everybody.
Yes.
There has to be. I get it. But like, I mean, it's just,
But
for me, it was
why-
becoming more and more consistent.
Yeah. But why are those people unaware that they're the problem?
They don't think that they're the problem.
How? How do they not think that
Well,
they're
'cause
the problem?
that's their
if
perspective.
they're the one walking in and their dog is like jumping, you can clearly
Oh,
tell they have
that's
no
just
control
Cookie.
over their
Cookie's
dog.
always like this. She's got lots of energy.
Yeah, the second I see someone first of all, if you name your dog Cookie, you're dumb. I'm just kidding. The second I see anybody, like if I'm out in public walking Vinny, like in our neighborhood, wherever, if I see anybody with a dog, I don't care how well that dog is walking with them, with their owner, whatever, I go the opposite direction away from that person because I don't know actually how well that person has control over their dog.
Right. That's the gamble.
You know what I mean? I'm not about to put my dog in that situation because my biggest fear with Vinny is, well, with any of my dogs is there's a lot of off-leash dogs that end up in our neighborhoods, in our cul-de-sac, in our front yard. I've seen tons of dogs, loose dogs in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it happens. We live in a neighborhood, dogs get out, whatever. I get it.
I mean, my dogs have
yeah,
gotten
my
out.
dogs have gotten out too.
Yeah.
Like it happens.
Yeah.
But my biggest fear is when I'm out walking one of my dogs
And there's a loose.
and there's a loose dog and they come up and any one of my dogs, especially Vinny,
That spikes my anxiety so high.
Vinny's going to react and there's
Yeah.
going to be a dog fight. And I do not want to be a part of that.
No, I don't blame you.
Because like I just don't want I don't want that for anybody.
Right.
And I see it happen all the time.
Right.
I see posts in this stupid Longmont group that I'm in. It's so funny sometimes. These like little city groups are hilarious. But it happens a lot for some reason I see in Longmont posting about it where other people's dogs are getting attacked.
Dang.
And I'm like, how is this happening so frequently? Like
Because
I do not
People don't
understand.
care about the rules.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like have control of your dogs. Like it's not that difficult.
No.
This post I was reading, I believe the situation was there was someone walking by in front of this lady's house with their dog on leash. The lady had her front door open. Her dog ran out, attacked the dog.
Oof.
It's that lady's fault.
Yeah.
She should not have her front door open if her dog's not trained to not run out the door.
Right.
Regardless of what's going on out front.
Right.
You know what I mean? No.
It's hard though, because like I know that my dogs have gotten away from me outside of my control. Like I fell down one time, dropped the leashes, and they're like, "Oh, mom's down, time to go."
Bye.
And like I know that they're little shits and they're probably not gonna act right.
Right.
But like I have faith that they'll act okay. I just don't know how that other dog's gonna react.
Yeah, and
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
the problem.
That is the problem. And so I kind of do the same thing. Whenever we're out walking and I see a loose dog, we just distract the attention and walk the other way. Now, sometimes I've had dogs come
and
in
hopefully that loose dog doesn't try to follow.
and have like had confrontations with other loose dogs, and we've been cool. But like, it's I count my blessings every single time because it's like you don't know when. You don't know when.
No.
You won't, I mean, because Captain's a little shit. He's kind of spicy. And I mean, it's just going to take one dog to
sniff him the wrong way
And
or approach the
then-
wrong way
yeah.
or he feels threatened because that dog's coming up to you guys maybe aggressively
Yeah,
or
or
Captain doesn't know what the hell his
Exactly,
energies are.
right.
So he's going to try to protect you.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So you're just like, okay. Yeah.
Here we go.
It's not good.
This one time I remember I was walking Vinny when we were in Florida in the RV park. And a lot of people have dogs in the RVs, obviously, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
This one morning I was walking her and we go like around like this little lake that was like around, by our park. And there was this family and they were kind of living like in like this back corner area. And the path like went like up this way and then like this way. So it was like, they went like, I was walking up this way and then it went this way down the path. Well, as I like was coming up straight, I see him come out with his dogs and he kind of like went behind his trailer. And I was like, oh, cool. Like I'll just continue going and then go down the path. Right. Cause I thought his dogs, I've seen them before. He usually has them leashed. Didn't think anything of it. He saw me coming. So I thought he took them behind like to, whatever. I
Just
thought
create
we were in
some
the
space.
clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go and we're walking. And as we're walking down the path, I hear him start yelling for his dogs. And I'm like, oh
fuck.
shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, they're not unleashed. And I look behind me and it was like a Frenchie and like a black lab. And they're both just like
hey guys.
like running up, and I'm like trying to walk with Vinny and just keep her attention on me. And obviously I'm not going to start running away
No.
from them.
No.
So I try to just walk calmly, and they're getting closer. So I just like pull Vinny like up on like her with her collar and almost like choke her out, but not choke her out.
Right.
So she's like up on her back feet, and I just have her like in front of me like this. And I'm in between
Yeah.
like the other dogs and her. So she can't get to them.
Right.
And I'm keeping the space in between. I'm like, get your dog, you know? And he's like running up. He's like, I'm so sorry. Like, he was really nice about it.
Right.
I was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I just never know how she's going to react sometimes, you know? And,
Right.
And I just always want to be cautious, you
Because
know?
the last thing you want to be is like the chick whose dog
Yeah.
like
And I've
KO'd other
always
dogs
been
at
that
the dog
way
park. Yeah.
with our dogs, because
Yeah.
we have pit bulls, you know, and pit bulls are obviously very like, everyone has a bad name, you know, they have a bad rap or whatever. So especially with them, I was always super cautious, never putting them in a situation that they could get hurt or react,
Right.
even if they weren't at fault, to where then we're now having to put our dog down because they bit someone,
Right. That
whatever,
makes you a good dog
right?
mom.
You know,
Job.
and so I'm like overly like cautious about shit like that.
Right.
And so thankfully nothing happened, and Vinny was great. And then after her, I was like, yeah, good. You know, like rewarded her for not reacting. But
Right.
that was a situation, that was the first time that I was in a situation by myself where I had like two loose dogs, and my dog, who is
Reactive.
a strong canine.
Not
and
saying she's reactive, but
she can be reactive.
Yeah.
But like, she's very protective of me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she is a working canine who is bite trained.
Right.
And
So that's how
like,
she's programmed.
she is programmed that way. And so like, I'm on like always like extra alert with her, especially when there's other dogs around,
That's fair.
you know. I don't think she would do anything unless I gave her like the command to do so.
You hope not.
I hope not, but you just never know.
Mm-mm.
Like, at the end of the day, they're still animals.
Yeah.
And they still have instincts.
Yeah. I mean, we can't
And
deprogram them.
yeah,
No.
and I can't read her mind.
No, and she doesn't speak our language.
No.
So
She speaks Czech anyway.
we don't know what's
so-
going on.
She doesn't even speak English. I'm
That's
just
fair.
kidding.
That's very fair.
But yeah, I don't even know how we ended up from Valentine's Day to dog talk.
Spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning.
The fact that they're dragging mud into your house.
Ah, yes. Good old mud.
Yeah, no, I feel that same pain.
Do you guys have any like spring projects that you're wanting to do this coming spring?
No, I think it was just gonna. It's nice to get back outside.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back outside.
I mean, I don't really have. I'm so tired of projects right now. So I'm ready to not have any projects.
That's fair. I feel like I've been inside a long time.
Well, it's kind of hard when you go from like a tiny
RV.
to now you're back in your own space, but like you don't need to go outside for
Right.
stuff that much anyway, because like you have acquired a certain lifestyle sort
Yeah.
of thing. So you're like, the groceries get delivered to my house. Why would I leave?
Right.
Like-
I mean, I drive to go pick them up. I've been doing that a lot, actually. I have not ordered groceries in like weeks. Weeks.
Oh, had them like delivered.
Yeah.
You've been picking up.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I've ordered them.
How do you
haven't-
like that so far?
I mean, it's fine.
Is your meat getting better?
I haven't had any issues lately
You
that
had
I've noticed.
You had that weird cucumber you showed me.
Yeah.
I thought about that a little bit more. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of that is disturbing.
It was a little. It was like.
It was very flexible,
Yes.
but it tasted the same. Yeah,
It did. Yeah. I mean, it tasted
That's
fine.
wild.
But,
And I mean, that kind of piggybacks off your spongy strawberries.
Yes.
Like it's.
but
why are you getting that crummy produce?
I don't know. I went to King Soopers last night to pick up salad,
Mhm.
and I got more cucumbers to go in the salad.
Mhm.
And the cucumbers I got last night were the exact same way.
Really
Yes.
weird. I wonder is it because they're just out of season?
I don't know.
or It's hard. I mean, our food right now is outrageous. Like
Our food-
eggs are crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, a box of cereal is $6. Like it's really
We
tough.
eat
right
a lot of
now.
cereal and eggs in our house.
Mhm.
And I paid like $12 for eggs last night.
How many did you buy?
12.
12. Oh, Jesus. Are you serious? Are they $1 an egg right now?
And I'm trying to buy like the organic cage-free
Well, we don't have an option for not cage free anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. But I'm trying to buy like those types of things.
Mhm.
So like the cucumbers were organic. Don't know why they were bendy. And the eggs, the eggs were the brown cage free eggs.
Right.
They were $12, and I was like, dang it.
That's wild.
Eat those eggs with. You better lick every
Every
egg.
crumb.
Egg.
Can you eat the shell? Because
I
I'm going
know.
to feed it to you.
Can I grind it up and
Every
put it in
dollar
something?
out of each egg.
Seriously, dude.
Because it's about $1.
Yeah.
That's insane. $1 an egg.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all. I mean, I understand it takes what it takes to feed America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But dude,
I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. You saw my face go. Why are we spending billions of dollars on bullshit instead of fixing our food?
Well, because it's not
Because
a priority.
Americans don't have a problem paying for the fucking food.
That
We
is
will
true.
pay
Mhm.
for the food.
We will-
We will pay for the increase that it costs for you guys to fix the fucking problem. We will pay for that
Well,
increase.
see,
We're already paying
That's
for shit ass food.
that's where they got us, is that we'll pay for shitty food. Why make it better? We'll pay for the crap. We have to stop
Because-
paying for the food.
yeah, but no one's gonna fucking do
No
that.
one's going to do that. So it's not going to change.
It's gotta change.
Oh, okay. We will work on changing it. How are we going to do that?
Well, we won't.
oh,
Well, we might. We can try. I don't know how. I don't know yet. I don't
right?
know.
Isn't that tough? It's such a weird problem to
It's
have.
a lot. It's a lot.
Because there's
And-
so many things that are broken.
There are.
And the only thing you can change is your own microcosm. Like
it
you can go
needs
get
to
chickens.
be, like, completely wiped and like redone.
Grenade the system, she says.
All of the systems
That's crazy.
need to be wiped.
Total anarchy.
It's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's leading up to that.
such as the
like
the live, eat, die, repeat process, right?
it's gonna
So-
happen. It's gonna happen because we consumerists have made it that way.
Right. But it like so
We're- I
maybe
mean,
that's
we're
just the
just as-
natural progression of
We're
things.
just as part of the problem,
yeah.
you know,
Well, because
Which
we
is
can't
shitty.
not be. They programmed it so that we are a part of the problem.
because we don't have
Any
a
other
say
options?
or options.
No, I mean we
or-
do have options. Yes, we can go and homestead and make all of this our own, and make sure that we are not reliant on any of our government's food programs or any of their
Yeah.
red dye 40s, and we can remove ourselves from the system and be sufficient. We can
We could.
survive. People have done it for
Because
hundreds
people
of
are
years.
doing
before.
it. People are doing it now.
Now.
People live off grid
But it's like,
now.
you know what I'm saying? It's we are slaves to the convenience.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like I can't not go to King Supers and buy those cucumbers because that's what's available to me.
right.
You know, I don't want to go to Erewhon or Whole Foods or somewhere
could
where
find-
groceries are, marked up 50, 60%.
You know what I did notice in Florida?
Mhm.
That they probably do have out here. I just have not found them because they're
Mhm.
not like as visual out as they are out there. But out there they have tons of like fresh fruit and produce, like farm
Farm stands.
that you can go get your shit from.
Yeah.
And I know they have them out here.
Mhm.
I just need to find them because I would 100% go
And support the local farmer.
support the local farmer growing the food for me that I don't want to grow than buying it from the grocery store.
Right. And I mean, and that's where you find yourself in like farmers markets and stuff like that, buying
Yeah.
locally, things along that nature. When King Supers advertises that they buy from a local farm, I'll try and consume those products.
Yeah, and
But-
I think like most of King Super's stuff comes from a local farm.
I mean, things that will grow in Colorado en
True.
masse. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Because there's a
obviously.
lot of stuff that we
Can't
can't grow because we're a certain zone. But
yeah.
nothing tropical, that's for sure.
No. No tropical fruits over here.
No.
But it was just nice to see that because you had like the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that?
And I'm not.
Is there something on my face?
No.
Is someone home?
It sounds like it.
It's probably one of the kids
Oh, that's
walking
fair.
around
I was like,
upstairs.
Ghosts.
Someone coming through our floor. That's what happens when you film in the basement.
Well, I mean,
of our
that's where our
house.
guest stars come from.
Yes, yes.
The above below.
If they hopefully they did not let the dogs out.
Hopefully not. But who cares, really?
I'm like trying to listen
Because we're at the end of our episode.
I know. I was all, is that a dog? Or
I mean,
footprint?
and we've got the music to play us out. This is
Yeah,
even
so
better.
it's fine. It's fine.
Thanks, guys.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lovey Dove Talk and random dog rants and, complaining about our food again.
It's got to be better.
I mean, one of these days, the food's going to hit the algorithm on other people's threads.
I mean,
And there's more people that feel the same way we do.
Yeah.
I know that there are.
I mean, because I was seeing like weird watermelons and rubbery strawberries and like how weird the food was getting before it even hit like you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, so this is real.
Yeah. And when it hit me and I experienced it like firsthand, I was like, oh.
Phase, not a conspiracy. Got it.
There actually are rubber fruits out there.
Rubber fruit salad.
Rubber fruits.
Rubber fruits. Love it.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Do the things for us.
We'll see you next week.